welcome, good people. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone had a blessed day, a blessed weekend. Hope you are having a blessed week and that it continues to go that way. Um, we're going to get started because I need to hop into some things and then hop right back out and go back to minding my business. So we're going to get into some things really quick. Shayla, hey, how you doing? Nikki, hey. You guys, if you don't mind hitting that like button as you come in. Lavelle, hey, how you doing? I'm doing well. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button as you come in, I am going to try not to hold you guys too long, but I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys some updated information and to make sure that this situation had not been dropped by the wayside. Yeah, we're going to start with Tiffany first. I had to get on the other stuff second. So, for those of you who are familiar with the case that was going on with Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, it has been reported by several outlets that Jane and John actually settled with Tiffany Haddish. This is absolutely, positively not the case. I have heard from a very reliable source that is some buffale. That is not true. There is no settlement with Jane, John, and Tiffany. That is not true. And the criminal charges are still at play. They have not been forgotten. They have not been thrown by the wayside. It isn't something that, it's just going to go away. You guys will be hearing about it soon. But there is no settlement. Basically, what happened was they tried to get over on them. That's exactly what they did. They tried to get over on them. Tried to pull the okie doke once again. And they were able to get a statement out of that. There is no settlement in place. There is a lawsuit in place, and there is actually another lawsuit that is pending, as well as other. Let me make sure I say this right. As well as other victims that are going to be coming out soon. At least two other victims that are going to be coming out. Give me 1 second. Last reported the case was a federal case. It was it had made it to federal court. They are getting the case moved back to state court. And Tiffany's lawyer lied about settling the case. I'm not gonna say, y'all know what the lady from A Living Color said. I'm not one to gossip, so if y'all ain't hear this from me. But the birds, y'all know the birds. The birds are chirping, and the birds are saying that Lord, I don't want to be the one to put this out. But they paid for the statement on TMZ. That's what the birds saying. Now the birds, y'all know how the birds be talking. I don't. But yeah, there are at least two more that are in the process of suing Tiffany and Aries, allegedly, for actual abuse pics and videos. Actual abuse pics and videos. You guys know I am not a gossip channel. I do not sit on here and gossip about people, and I for darn sure don't sit on here and lie about people. So do what you will with that. For those of you that need a reminder, I'm going to post this video up. I'm going to post this video up really quick just to give you a reminder of where everyone left, because people have gotten quiet about it because they thought that everything was said and done. It absolutely is not. It's my understanding that the DA will be making some announcements very soon. Very, very, very soon. There is no settlement. Let me repeat that one more time. There is no settlement between Jane, John, and Tiffany or Aries. There is no settlement in place. Okay, the lawyer and Tiffany's lawyer tried to hit him with the okie doke. There is no settlement in place. So let me give you a refresher really quick so you can see where this left off. I stayed quiet about it because was just seeing what was going on and waiting until I could give you guys some reliable, real information, because I knew some of the stuff that was coming out wasn't exactly what it was. So let me just refresh your memory real quick. I'm going to show this video just to give you guys a reminder. I do not own the rights to this audio or this video that I am about to play, but this is a reminder that I want you guys to get. So
for comedy,
we're going to do this really quick. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have forgotten about it. No one has been talking about it as of late.
News. I'm Tiffany Thompson. Last week, it was reported that John and Jane Doe, the siblings that have sued Tiffany Haddish, accusing her of sexual assault and grooming, were raised to talk about a potential settlement. It was originally reported that they had attempted to reach out to the comedian, but heard nothing back. After announcing that they wanted to talk about a settlement, they stated part of the settlement deal would include Tiffany Haddish publicly apologizing for participating in the skits, as well as taking back her statement, claiming that this lawsuit was a shakedown. According to Radar Online, Haddish...
Let me start really quick. As you guys have seen, you have not seen Tiffany come online and apologize for what she said or what she did allegedly. All you saw was a bogus statement that was put out that Jane Doe allegedly said, saying that Tiffany didn't do anything. She realizes that Tiffany loves them and she would never do anything intentionally to hurt them and all that. So just listen. But what you do know, you have not heard Tiffany come out and apologize. What you heard was Tiffany complaining about not getting any jobs recently and not, how her life is over and all this stuff. We know that her life is not over. At least not at this point. Let's just go on.
The two alleged victims that sued her and Spears for sexual assault have recently reached a deal to block the public from seeing their original complaint. The court documents that were gathered by the source state that she has worked out a private agreement. Earlier this month, Haddish and Spears were sued by John and Jane Doe after appearing in comedic sketches online. Jane was 14 years old at the time of the filming, while John was 7. It has been reported that Haddish was friends with...
One of the other things that I want to point out is that you can't go back and seal documents that have already been released to the public. So the statements, the documents, the lawsuit that was put out that I went over with you guys for a couple of hours. You can't go back and undo something that has already been done. So this is kind of letting you know that the information that they were putting out wasn't it wasn't what they were claiming. It made Tiffany look good. It took the noise off her for a minute, but yeah, don't be anybody's fool. Nobody's fool. Don't be nobody's fool. You can't go and undo something. If documents are already out there, you can't go and pull them out, just like they try to go back and pull those videos back or that particular video back. Once it's out there in the atmosphere, you can't pull the video back. You can't pull it back. So let's go back into this, because I just want you guys, and this is Comedy Hype. So this isn't necessarily the lawyer talking, but they're talking behind other people that are speaking on the so-called settlement that took place. There is no settlement.
With John and Jane Doe's mother. One skit in question was called Through a Pedophile's Eyes. In the skit, Haddish plays John Doe's mother, and she dropped him off to Ari Spears, not knowing that he's a pedophile. Throughout the sketch, Spears would lust after the young boy. According to Radar Online, the lawsuit reads, Haddish and Spears removed the 7-year-old victim from her sister, placed him upstairs in a bedroom, and stripped the child down to his underwear. Haddish would move the lawsuit from state court to federal court. The officials had sealed the documents because it contained photos of the then 7-year-old John Doe. Both parties, Haddish and the accusers, agreed.
Again, you cannot go back and seal documents that are all over the place. You guys have seen the documents yourself. You saw the pictures that were included in the documents. You guys got to see the stuff with your own eyes. And then if you went in and you saw the video, a lot of you have actually seen the video. You can't go and undo something that is already out in the atmosphere. But it sounds good.
Agreed that the documents should remain sealed instead of public. Now, it's unclear if Spears has settled with John and Jane Doe, as neither Haddish or Spears has spoken about the latest updates involving this case. But what do you guys think of Tiffany Haddish settling her lawsuit against John and Jane Doe? What does this mean for Spears? Let us know in the comments.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get that on up out of here. So there is no settlement. There is no settlement. Tiffany's lawyer tried to get over on, they just tried to get over. They tried to do enough to do damage control to help Tiffany out, basically. And it's the same old two-step, the same old BS. They are not, there is no settlement. There is no settlement. And again, the case is being moved from federal court back to state court. And I won't get into all of the, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, they can say anything. They can say anything, but realize that her attorney hasn't come out and said that they paid them anything. We're getting a lot of stuff coming from, shoot, who knows where it's coming from. We're just getting a lot saying, stuff saying, oh, they settled and they did this and they did that. There is no official settlement with Jane Doe and Tiffany's attorney, and I won't go into all the details about it, but there are some other lawsuits on the way that could possibly involve Tiffany's attorney, and I'm not going to go any further than that with the lawsuit. And allegedly there are at least 2 more kids that are going to be suing Tiffany and Aries for sexual abuse, pics, and videos, and they have not dropped their pursuit of pressing charges against these individuals. So I want to make that clear. Yeah. So that's that on that. I'm sure you guys will be hearing about it soon. and we will go from there. But with so many other things going on, with hurricanes and all kind of stuff, people have forgotten what happened with this. What's going on, Sipping? People have forgotten what was going on with this, and just like one of the people, it was a troll that was in the chat, but they were saying, y'all will talk about this week, and then next week it'll be over. And for the most part, that's usually what happens with the story. We talk about it for a week or two, and then it slowly dies down. That's what happened with this story. Once it was put out there, a settlement has been reached. Somebody didn't. Let me see if I can find that video. Show the video where the guy from TMZ catches Tiffany at the airport. And she said, she kind of acted like she had an attitude about it. She lost everything. Like, how do you think I feel? I lost everything. She said she lost it all. That's what she. That's what she said. So let me get this queued up real quick. Stop that.
For Comedy Hive News, I'm John. Grooming is now being reported that the lawsuit has ended for both comedians. Since the settlement, Spears and Haddish have broken their silence. On Instagram, Spears will repost the head. Lawsuit has been in the Instagram post. I hope y'all keep that same energy. Similarly, it feels that.
Trying to see. Okay, here we go.
Done to her career.
We are not going to forget about the stuff that happened with these young people. I actually was watching TV yesterday and Nobody's Fool came on. And I loved the movie, but it was just different. It was different watching it this time. It was completely different. I couldn't stop thinking about the stuff that was said. I couldn't stop thinking about the video. It was a different experience for me this time. So let's go back really quick and get this up for you guys real quick.
All my gigs down. Everything down.
But now that the case stays,
I don't know, bro.
You regain your.
I don't have no job.
According to TMZ, who obtained court documents that the plaintiff asked the judge to dismiss the case with prejudice, meaning that it cannot be refiled again, and the case against Haddish and Spears has ended. Jane Doe will go on to issue a statement. My family and I have known Tiffany Haddish for many years, and we now know that she would never harm me or my brother, or help anyone else do anything that could harm us. We wish Tiffany the best and are glad that we can all put this behind us. The lawsuit that was filed in late August claimed that both.
That sounds really good, doesn't it? That sounds really good. Let me go back and read that. My family and I have known Tiffany Haddish for many years, and we now know that she would never harm me or my brother or help anyone else do anything that could harm us. We wish Tiffany the best and are glad that we can put this behind us. Now, you don't have to have a degree in psychology. You don't have to be a counselor. You don't have to be a psychologist. You don't have to be the sharpest pencil in the pencil box to understand that there are some undertones in this statement that they allegedly paid for. Just saying. My family and I have known Tiffany Haddish for many years, and we now, keyword now, So the belief is that all of a sudden they had a moment of epiphany, and now they know that she would never do anything to harm them. So Tiffany, they're not having conversations with Tiffany. There's no communications with Tiffany. So what would make anybody believe all of a sudden that now she wouldn't hurt them whenever everybody, we all saw the video. So this was an attempt. This is what you have people coming in and trying to fix a situation. This is what a fixer would do. They would try to come in and put this stuff out here. And for the most part, it worked. It worked because people hushed up. People got quiet. You heard the blogs, you saw on the media outlets. Now, oh, they settled. They're good. They're good. Some people said, oh, they shouldn't have settled. They should have went all the way. Nobody stopped and asked, okay, well, if they settle with this, then what's going to happen with the criminal charges that they were trying to press against them? Anybody thought about that? Don K, you close. You close. You close. Some things happen, but they tried to get over. They tried to get over on them. They tried to get over on them. So as far as them having an official settlement, they do not have an official settlement, and they are still pursuing criminal charges. And I'm going to jump out here and say this is why you have not heard Tiffany come out yet and release a statement apologizing. That's what they asked for. I don't know about you guys. I haven't seen a public apology yet. What I saw was Aries post a statement saying, now I want you guys to keep that same energy. I feel like he shouldn't be saying anything about anything because like his name, his face is mud right now because he was the one that was physically touching Jane Doe in the video. But like I said, I have received from a very reliable, very, 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 very reliable source. There is absolutely, positively, there is no settlement. The lawyer tried to get over on them. The lawyer put those things out. The lawyer was lying. And there is a possibility. Well, there's no possibility. Yeah. Some other things are going to take place because what they presented to the public is not what it was. This is not over. This is not over. It's not over for Tiffany. It's not over for the family. It's not over. And this is why she is still being a bit quiet with what she's doing because it's not over. It's not over. So I wanted to make sure I got that out. As I get more information, I will keep you guys informed on that. The information that I am allowed to share with you, I will keep you informed on that. But do know, as of today, October the 4th, 2022, there is no settlement. There is no settlement. And again, that key word, we now is about you. You got to read between the lines sometimes. We now know. Nobody meant us any harm. We now know this now. Today. And the belief was with that, people would buy into it, which they did, and they would let it go, which they did. And let's say that even if they did settle, even if there was a settlement that was already done, complete, in place, that still does not negate the fact that these things were done to these young individuals. It does not take away from that. You can't undo something that you already did. You cannot undo what you already did. Even if you go, I don't care how much money you paid somebody. And again, however this ends up and whatever they end up getting, they deserve every darn dime that they get. Because there are certain boundaries that you just don't cross. So, yeah, just look out for it, wait for it. And when you see it, just remember that you heard it here first. When you see it, remember that you heard it here first. Yeah, the airport scene, I think somebody said something about sympathy in here. I absolutely believe that was an attempt for sympathy. Yeah, no, we can't. We just can't. We can't. What's done is done. The next thing that I want to touch on really quick. We have a lot of stuff going on right now. We got a lot of this. We got a lot of this going on. For those of you who do not know what this is, it says Bufale. We have a lot of that going on in these streets at this particular time. And I want to say this. From please, y'all, if you are not a part of something or if you don't agree with something, then separate yourself from it. Separate yourself from it. Again, just like we are willing to call Tiffany and Aries out on the things that they did wrong and how we're willing to call other people, celebrities, out on things that they did wrong, then no one should be exempt from that just because we like them or because we watch them, right? So this is getting into the second part of my title, the YouTube Circus. If you like beefing, if you like drama, drama, because that's what we call it sometimes. If you like drama, if you like the back and forth and all that stuff, and we know that the back and forth, the drama, the negativity, we know it brings views. We know it brings views. If I was to change my tone right now and started going after somebody, my views would shoot up just that quick. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm here for. If that's what you are here for, that's fine. Do your thing. But please don't bring other people up in your mess that is not a part of the buffoonery. If they are not a part of the buffoonery, leave them out of it. If you and somebody else going after, leave. If folks don't have anything to do with it, just leave them out of it. Now, this disclaimer is for this page. Leave me out of it. Leave me out of it. We are well past that. I will be the first to say that when I came on, if someone's coming after me personally, if I have been threatened, which has happened before, if someone threatens my livelihood, which has happened before on a couple of occasions, then I'm going to address that and then I'm going to go about my business. There's no need for me to sit and dwell on it. And there's no need for me to bring anybody else into it. Because my fight is my fight. But if other things are going on and they have nothing to do with me, then I'm not getting in it. I'm not jumping in a gunfight for somebody else, and it has absolutely nothing to do with me. So I am just looking at all the stuff that's going on. It's like everything just happens. It's too much. It's too much. And again, if that's how you choose to do things, then do things the way that you choose to do them. But If you have innocent bystanders or people that don't want to be a part of it, then please, as adults, let us not put people in our mess. Let's not do that. And I just want to say this because I'm not going to stay on here long. We have to be mindful. I'm going to say this. I might lose some people. I'm going to look at the numbers and see if they drop real quick. It's real questionable when you say that you are a believer and you act a certain way, because they don't go together. They don't go together. And I look at certain things and I call it based on the behaviors that are associated with that person, that individual, that thing, whatever it is. And I trust my spirit and my discernment before I trust man, right? So if there are certain things that you are participating in, certain things that you're doing, I know that there has to be a certain part of you that does not, I'm going to say it, get mad, that does not fear God. And if you are a person that does not fear God, I'm going to stay as far away from you as possible. So to that degree, you don't have to mention me, because I'm not concerned with you. I'm not going to get in your way. I'm not going to be in your business. I'm not going to be anywhere around anybody, because I don't want to catch any stray bullets from, like, I don't want to be a part of that. So just me, some of y'all probably like, what is she talking about? I'm just saying, a lot of people get hurt. A lot of people have been killed because they got involved in things that had nothing to do with them. A lot of people have been killed because somebody put them in things that had nothing to do with them. We got to stop. We got to stop. And that's one of the next things that something that I'm looking into now, but something I was going to bring to you guys later. I have been basically doing a case study on this lady that died earlier. Well, I guess last month now, Deborah Collier. And it's a bit of a mystery right now because nobody knows what happened. You just got people talking, trying to figure things out. This is something that happened here in Georgia. And let me go into that. Let me go into that. But I want to remind people, like, all jokes aside, please, if you don't, before I go into that, just remember that you reap what you sow. And you have to be careful about the seeds. Okay? You got to be careful about those seeds that you are planting, that you are sowing. You have to be careful. You got to be careful. And you have to be careful about how you deal with people, because you don't know who God has his hands on. I'm going to repeat that one more time. And that's why I think it's important to look out for Jane and John Doe. You got to be careful how you come at people and how you treat people, because you don't know who God has his hands on. You don't know who has a specific anointing. You don't know who has been touched. And Lord knows, he said, touch not my anointed and do my proper. Y'all know the rest. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying. And I know somebody probably still going to come back and say, y'all, I don't care. I don't care. I see people saying, well, why didn't Doc come after this person this way? Because I didn't want to. Oh, but she didn't come after this one because I didn't want to. Oh, well, why didn't you come? I didn't want to. And understand, I got the right. I got the mitigated gall, my darn self, to say I'm not going to participate in something. And when I see that it's not going to be beneficial to me, then I don't participate in it. If I see it's not something that's going to actually affect my well-being, then I don't have nothing to say. I don't have to get involved in it. I don't have to get involved in it. And that's what we got to pick our battles. We definitely have to pick our battles. But this stuff, like right now, child, I had to push my chair back and say, you know what? Let me just sit over here for a minute and just Because I don't even, like, every time I was even thinking about going live, it was like, you know what? I don't even want to be a part of that today. Today is not the day. So that's just my thing, y'all. Don't let anybody pull you into something. If you are not a part of it, then don't allow anyone to make you a part of it. This is in life in general. If it's not your fight, do not allow anybody to pull you in their fight. Let me go a little deeper than that too now. Don't let someone manipulate you. Because people, they slick now. They'll talk you into a fight and you don't even realize you just got talked into it. So my thing, watch your circle. Watch your circle. And I'm going to tell you what I tell my other folks. You need to make sure you keep those squares out of your circle. Keep those squares out of your circle. And y'all know people that they feel like I be in la la land talking about stuff, and this is just how I feel. I'm not fooling with you if you always trying to keep me involved in something. If you keep trying to put my name in something, like I don't, depart from me. I know you not. You got to go. You got to go. You got too much going on with you. Don't bring that mess over here. Don't bring it over here. Don't bring it over here. But let me go into this situation right here, and then we'll get back on this other thing. So again, there is a young, I'm saying young, she was 59 years old. Deborah Collier. They call her Debbie Collier. She got up on a Saturday morning. She left her house, drove 70 miles out to a Family Dollar. They had video footage of her in that Family Dollar. She left out the store, went into the parking lot. She sat in the parking lot for a little while. They had footage of her in the parking lot. She left the parking lot. That is the last time that she was seen. So on September the 9th, 2022, September the 9th, here, again, she was from Athens, Georgia. Something happened. And again, this is what I'm saying. You have to be careful, because you never know when it's going to be your time. You don't know when your number is going to be called. So the best thing that you can do, at least at this point, is to try to make sure that you're trying to live halfway right. That you're trying to do people halfway right. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm going to give you guys like a little piece of it, and I want you to draw your own conclusion. And for those who are interested in justice and trying to figure things out, because this is an active case, it's an active investigation that has a lot of twists and turns to it. There's something that almost seems demonic about it. But it shows you just how easily your life can change just like that. And I'm hoping that that's something that sticks in people's heads. Nobody's asking you to be perfect. Of course not. I'm not perfect. I can tell you, if somebody has come at me crazy and done some crazy stuff, I can get with you. I don't have a problem getting with you, but I choose my battles on that. I don't have to go after everything that's said. If I can go and address you, everything that I say, most of the time when I address people, it's not in an open forum. If I address you in an open forum, it's because I feel like it needs to be handled that way. But it's not we got to have some type of restraint. So let's get into this really quick. I'm going to see if I can find a short one. I have it saved just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But this is what I am going to be looking at, other than the situation with Jane and John Doe, because I'll definitely be staying on that. And like I said, as I get information, I will keep you guys updated on what is going on. But I definitely want you to look out for for that. And while I'm trying to get this video pulled up, I also want to send a shout out to all my folks that are in Florida. Shout you out and send my prayers for those who are still recovering along the coast. So you have not been forgotten.
A newly released police report is now revealing.
Okay. We'll start with this one. It's a lot, y'all.
Happening right now.
It's a lot. It's so much stuff going on. Lavelle. It's so much stuff going on right now, y'all. There was another young lady, a 31-year-old, that was forced out of her house by boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. People saw it. They couldn't really do anything to stop him. Long story short, they just found the young lady shot to death, and he drug her at gunpoint. They found her shot to death, and I think it was her SUV. You also have a family here in Georgia. Someone abducted the whole family, mom, dad, the kids. They abducted the whole family. Nobody knows what's going on with them. And so I'm saying we got to get our mess together. We have to get our mess together, y'all. I'm about to put the wrong thing up here. Okay.
Investigators are working to piece together what happened to Debbie Collier, the 59-year-old Athens mom who vanished
and was
found
dead
the
the
next
next
day.
day.
Her story is getting national attention,
in part because of the disturbing details released in this case. Here's 11 Alive's Molly Oak with the latest.
59-year-old Debbie Collier was reported missing on September 10th. Her husband, who she lived with in their Athens home, told police he last saw Collier before they went to bed at 9 o'clock the night before. He told police the two don't sleep in the same room because he snores. The next day, he told them he got up and left for work, saying her vehicle was there. The next afternoon, Collier's daughter got a Venmo transfer from her mom for more than $2,300. It came with a message saying, in part, quote, "They're not going to let me go." Then on Sunday, September 11th, her rental van was tracked to a rural area near Tallulah Falls. Down a ravine more than an hour away from her home, her body was found, partially naked and set on fire, her hands gripping a small tree. That was a week and a half ago. No word yet if this is a homicide. Back to you.
The sheriff's office says it's now working to identify persons of interest. We're told the GBI is now conducting an autopsy of Collier's body. Evidence from the scene is also under analysis at the GBI crime lab.
Okay, so that's the first part of that. So that was what, like maybe 13 days ago. And more stuff has been coming out about the story. So again, it's a situation where the police won't say for certain. What's going on, Unique? The police won't say for certain, but it sounds like her daughter could have possibly been involved in it. The daughter was staying in Maryland with her brother and came down on September the 8th. On the 9th, apparently, they got into some type of altercation. Let me check my calendar to make sure I'm giving y'all the right dates on this. So the night of the 8th, the mom and daughter got into some type of altercation. So that was the night that she actually got there. No, the 9th. Okay. So anyway, that Saturday, the mom got up like she was going to a game. She was dressed like she was going to a Georgia Bulldogs game. They see there's this Venmo that gets sent. You guys probably didn't know exactly what they were talking about, but there's a Venmo that's sent to the daughter from the mom for almost $3,000, and the mom says they won't let me go. They won't let me go. The key to the house is under the flower pot, so it making it seem like someone had abducted her. Long story short, like I said, I'll go and do this in a completely separate video, but they found her van, well, a rental van that she was driving, parked on the side of the road near a national park here in Georgia. And they found her with everything that she purchased from Family Dollar. She purchased a blue tarp. She purchased 2 rolls of paper towels. She purchased a red recyclable tote. And she purchased a like reusable lighter. And all of those things they found there with her body. She was partially burned. She was partially nude. They said her top was off. I don't know if it was burned up. I don't know what the situation was, but it was like she had went down a ravine and her right hand was grasping a hold of a tree. So from the looks of it, looks like her daughter and maybe the daughter's boyfriend had something to do with it. But I said that to say we'll get into that a little bit later, but you don't know what life is going to throw at you. You never know what life is going to throw at you. And with that being said, and with us, all of us, having to deal with so many deaths in the last 2 years, we'll say 2 years, with us having to deal with so many deaths and unexpected things happening in the last 2 years, life is too short to be playing around. Life is too short to be playing around with your fate. Life is too short to be sitting up here just entertaining foolishness. It's too short. It's too short. And nobody knows what tomorrow will bring. That song says, I don't know about tomorrow. I live my life day to day. And that's what I'm hoping a lot of people like get in their heads so that some of this foolishness will stop. Again, yes, it's entertaining to a lot of people. But that's because they like the drama of it all. But ultimately, it's sad. It's sad because these are our people. This is us. You know what I'm saying? Like we represent our folks. And I feel like we just have a certain duty at this point. And I'm nobody out here. I can't tell folks how to handle stuff or what to do with whatever, but I'm just hoping that some of the stuff tones down. I'm hoping that some of it tones down. Because it's too much. And y'all, let me say this too. Oh my gosh. And if you don't do this, then it shouldn't bother you at all. But if you do, then you might feel like your toes have been stepped on. Y'all stop carrying bones. Don't be the bone collector. Don't be the bone carrier. Don't be the bone carrier. Because ultimately, if something happens to somebody behind this foolishness, then that's going to be on your heart. If something happens behind something that you instigated or a bone that you carry, then that's going to be your cross to bear. I don't think it does anybody any good to be jumping from place to place going and this person said this and this person said that and here let me sing you this and here let me sing you that, because ultimately everybody's talking about everybody. So nobody should be mad at this point. I mean, and that's just how I feel. Angela, I'm still doing. I have been out of town the last couple Sundays, so I kind of And I really wasn't in a place to do the Sunday stuff. So I just try to drop a quick little message on the community board. But we gotta do better. We gotta do better. I don't know what else to say. We gotta do better. Like I said, I'm nobody out here except to myself. I'm somebody to me. But I am like so disappointed right now. I'm like thoroughly disappointed right now. Like what the flip is going on? Because we can do better. I promise y'all we can do better. I know it. I'm convinced that we can do better. All this energy and all this knowledge and all this wherewithal that we have, y'all, I promise y'all we can do better. We were born a resilient group. Like we can definitely do better. Hopefully, this reaches some folks. And hopefully it is accepted in the manner in which it was given, without any type of malicious intent. I just want us to do better. That's it. All right, guys. So I am not going to stay on here. I'm going to get off here because I am going to get out of the line of fire. Again, I'm going to say, please, 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 leave me out of the foolishness. That's all I ask. Anybody that wants to continue on with this stuff, go ahead, leave me out of it, please, and definitely leave my family out of it. And y'all can go ahead about y'all business, and I'll go ahead about mine. But at the end of the day, did they find the girl that went missing? Which one? Which one? Because actually it was a couple of them. Which one? Not everybody enjoy the Bible study, but I do this time. Right. Angela, I'm gonna tell you something, and this all jokes aside. If people put the same energy, and I'm not a Bible thumper now, but if people put the same energy into God that they put into like shooting each other down, boy, look here now. We be some bad mama jammers. Take it back to the old school. We be some bad mama jammers. The one that went to the apartment with. No, they haven't. Thank you for that. Our reminder sipping. Like I said, I posted the video, and like I said, the family is being optimistic about the situation, but the police think that she is no longer alive. They are treating it as a homicide investigation, but the family is still keeping hope alive on the situation. So, and that's usually what happens when people don't get closure because they don't have a body or anything to say, okay, this is what it is, and you still have that that closure. There's a story with another young lady that came up missing. It's been, I think, maybe 25 years. Her family is still, she went missing. She was a basketball player. She went missing at 14 years old, young black girl. I'm sorry, 9 years old. And the family is still keeping, they still have that hope that she's still here. And you don't know, there are situations where the people end up popping back up. But it's sad. It's sad, and that's why I say, y'all, and I know I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but I've seen somebody healthy one day and then gone the next day. So I feel like it's my duty to try to at least convince people, you know, to try to make sure you got your stuff in order, try to make sure you got your business right. And that includes just doing people right. You treat people the way that you want to be treated. And then you take it a step further and treat them the way that they want to be treated. And you just go from there. But that's all I have, guys. I'm gonna get off here. I hope you guys got something out of this. I am going to keep you guys posted on the situation with Jane and Jane Doe. Hopefully we'll know something else by the end of this week. I want you guys to take care of yourself. For the certified dimes that are in here, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that dropped in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.